Today we're going to make a asparagus tartlet or tart, and I've already broken off the woody stem on one of these, but I'm just going to show you, and I know you know. You just break it off, alright? So that's going to give you a point to where you could just cut the rest of this off without having to bend them. I've already washed this asparagus and dried it. There we go. Dried it off. I'm just going to throw these woody ends away. And this one doesn't look like it's cut enough for some reason to me. So I'm just going to give it an extra little cut. Well, there's our asparagus. I'm going to throw these woody ends away. You can save them and use them in soup. Cut them up a little more, use them in soup. But I'm not going to. So, alright, the asparagus has been prepared. It's washed and it's cut, and I'm just going to set it aside. Now, in this bowl, I have 3 ounces of sharp cheese, and I grated this myself. My advice to you would be not to use the cheese that's already grated, because I'm not sure that it'll melt properly. I'm going to take it, and this is 5 tablespoons of cream cheese. Excuse me. I'm going to put it in another bowl here. Alright, hopefully, the reason I had it in this to begin with is because it'll measure, and I knew that I needed 3 ounces. So I'm going to get all this together. I'm going to try to use a pastry blender and see if that works. But you've got to blend all this together and get it married. Let's see how this works. Well, actually, let me show you this first. I also zested a half of a lemon. Be sure and wash your lemon first. You know they're dirty. So I zested a half of a lemon, and that's going in there. It's not going in so easily, but I'm just going to push it on in. Alright. There's our lemon zest. I'm going to put just a dab, just a touch of salt. And here's our pastry blender. Now the cream cheese is softened, and I did leave the cheese out also. And I'm just going to get this blended, and we'll be back when that happens. Okay, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I divided the cheese and cream cheese and lemon zest up as evenly as I could in 4s. I took 1 sheet of puff pastry, and I divided it in 4s. Alright, I spread out the cream cheese mixture, and then I divided up my asparagus, and I had to cut some of them a little bit more to fit on there, and actually they don't fit real good now. Now preheat your oven to 400 degrees. These are going in for about 20 minutes. Keep your eye on them after about 15. And all I'm going to do is transfer them to a baking sheet. You don't have to use parchment paper, but I did. Now, before I do that, I'm going to just lightly drizzle all of these with olive oil. Light drizzle. And get that olive oil off my hands. And I'm just going to put some salt in my hand. And just ever so lightly sprinkle some salt on each one of these. Alright, all I'm going to do now is transfer them to the baking sheet and keep an eye on them. And we'll be back in about 20 minutes or so. Alright, my little asparagus tartlets stayed in exactly 20 minutes. I OD'd a little bit on that olive oil, but they still look delicious. I've got a taster here. Woo! So I'm going to taste one of these. But if I could get it, so hot, I can't get it up. Oh my goodness. Here we go. On the plate. And let's see what Sam thinks about it.
What is very unusual? What is it?
It's an asparagus tartlet. It's puff pastry, asparagus, cream cheese and regular cheese, some lemon zest. You know, it's a good accompaniment for anything. Chicken, roast beef. Just something a little different to serve your guests or your family.
Well, it's very good. I think anybody likes it. If they like asparagus.
Asparagus tender.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys.
Very good.
This is baked asparagus tartlets. Ouch! Sorry, I burned myself. I hope you give them a try. Thank you for coming in and spending part of your day with me. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, you all take care.